alcohol may be man's worst enemy, but the Bible says to love your enemy. That was Frank Sinatra's take on drinking. The 4th of July is America's top beer drinking holiday. More than $1 billion was spent on beer for the 4th of July in 2018, and almost $600 million on wine. But the real impact and implications of drinking are not all fun and games. Over the last decade, the number of deaths attributable to alcohol increased 35%, and the death rate rose 24%. In fact, alcohol is the third leading preventable cause of death in the U.S., with an estimated 88,000 people, 62,000 men, 26,000 women, dying from alcohol-related causes every year. Be sure to stick around and learn more about drinking for this upcoming summer holiday. But be sure to subscribe so that you can get your weekly updates about public health. Hello, and welcome back to Health and Human Rights Strategies YouTube channel. I'm Nicole Fisher, the founder of HHR. Because it's a holiday weekend, we thought we would answer some of your questions about alcohol. When talking about drug abuse and drug-related death in the U.S., most conversations and statistics do not include alcohol. Although alcohol is classified as a depressant, the amount consumed and the type of alcohol determine the outcome. Thus, most individuals tend to separate it from other drugs. But that doesn't change the impact that alcohol has on the body, the mind, or the shocking statistics of abuse and death related to the substance. In fact, many people use alcohol as either a substitute or a complement to other kinds of drugs. According to a 2015 survey, more than 6% of adults, that's 15 million people, and 2.5% of 12 to 17-year-olds have alcohol use disorder. Now, when it comes to states, there's a lot of variation in alcohol use and abuse. While most states battling the opioid epidemic are north and eastern, like West Virginia, New Hampshire, Rhode Island, Ohio, it's western states that have the biggest problems with alcohol, such as New Mexico, Montana, and Wyoming, and they have the most alcohol-related deaths. Other interesting findings are that Texas and Mississippi have the lowest per capita deaths related to alcohol. Unlike food, alcohol requires no digestion in your body. As a matter of fact, only 20% of the alcohol you ever drink touches your stomach. But this 20% is the portion that can go to your brain in less than a minute. The other 80% passes through your small intestine and then directly into your bloodstream. This allows alcohol to enter most of the organs in your body. So why do people react so differently to drinking if we process alcohol the same way? Primarily because the enzyme that processes drinks, alcohol dehydrogenase, ADH, is different in all of us. For example, the average woman, regardless of race or ethnicity, produces less ADH than the average man. Ethnicities such as Native Americans and Asians also generally produce less ADH than Caucasians, so they can get drunk faster and on less. And how that unmetabolized alcohol goes through us is different. Now, the alcohol that reaches the brain acts as a sedative, meaning it slows the transmission of impulses between your nerve cells. Your blood vessels widen, resulting in short-lived feelings of warmth. That's when you flush or turn pink. And within 20 minutes of consumption, alcohol can affect your kidneys, acting as a diuretic, which is why you go to the bathroom and become dehydrated. Alcohol flowing in your bloodstream also reaches your lungs, which is why when you exhale, you can actually smell some of the alcohol. So what can you process? Your liver can process about half an ounce of pure alcohol in an hour. That equates to about 6 to 12 ounces of beer, 5 ounces of wine, and 1 ounce of spirits. And now that you know, be sure to have a fun but safe holiday weekend.